Good. This is Tuesday, September 24th, 25th,
26th.
26th.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff Davis for Via Adelante. I'm here with my executive assistant, Marari Lucero. We're here for Via Adelante to discuss the current state of progress with our projects, in particular our Green Freedom Project. And hopefully, maybe, we're practicing now our video presentation for subsequent mounting on a variety of social media platforms in order to publicize, to bring ourselves out, Via Adelante's progress out of stealth mode, as it were, and into the public view in order to gain public awareness, obviously, and move the project forward. So today, last week I gave my executive assistant, Marari here, the task of looking into the other media presentation platforms beyond YouTube, where I already have a Via Adelante channel, which has no content yet. Because of course, YouTube's problematic big tech censorship situation. It's clear that any legitimate activity which doesn't want to find itself censored or suppressed needs to have more public access than just YouTube. And now there are a substantial number of alternative platforms for mounting one's media presentation. Marari, my dear, what have you in the way of news about how to mount our videos on Rumble and Twitter and whatever? There are dozens. Go ahead.
So I was checking on locals that I didn't know actually that this application existed. And I create an account for our company and I was figuring out how it works. At the moment, I cannot find what I believe is that we have to have a community first in our local site to be able to post any information. And I was trying to working on that. It's not we don't need to pay to use it. There is no any charge to be able to use the application. And
which site or sites are you referring to? Locals.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Yes, we have that one, and the other one's Instagram and X, that used to be Twitter.
Yes.
We are going to have the channel. Well, there is no problem to create an account, and either we don't need to pay anything. Those are free.
Okay, well, I'll tell you frankly, I like locals, I like Substack, and I like Twitter as the best platforms. They don't have the traffic or public awareness that YouTube has, but that's all right. We can go to YouTube and we can simply say, here's today's episode, and we would prefer that you watch us on locals or Substack or Twitter. And you will find, as so many other podcasters say, you will find the link to those sites down below. And so that's, I think, where we're going. Okay, that's good.
Those are great. I'm checking them because I am new on these platforms. I didn't know that they were, I was just used to using YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, and that's it. I didn't know about these other channels of information. with different subjects that are really interesting, and well,
Good.
work on
So
them.
we're investigating them and learning about them in order to be able to do what you need to do. Yeah, for us. Okay, great. A quick summary of Via Adelante's role in the world.
Yeah.
As you can tell from Mirari's accent, if you are an English speaker, she is a beautiful young Latin woman, a Mexican national, who is at least bilingual, if not trilingual. I'm not sure what other languages she might know. And I hired her on as my executive assistant some years back because she is such an attractive and pleasant person to work with. No, that's not the reason. I needed someone. I live in Mexico. She lives in Mexico, and I needed someone to be able to translate for me when I interacted with a variety of Mexican institutions. And as our relationship, as she began to work for me, I began to expand her role with Via Adelante, and now she is my executive assistant. And we have a bunch of things that we need to do. Now, what is Via Adelante about? Via Adelante is not a business, although we've got ourselves licensed as a business in Mexico. But we're more of an organization with a, shall I say, social, humanitarian goal. I am relatively comfortable, so I don't need to build a career and make money. So that's that. I have other intentions here to create a social good. And our Via Adelante's intention our mission, as it were, has two separate factors. One is a couple of projects related to healthcare, and I'll discuss them later because that's not the main intention here for going public. The other is to address the current issues around global warming and to address them in a fashion that partners us with the larger global ambition, larger global goal to find a way to establish a different economic order, one that is not dominated by the US dollar. And our mechanism for doing that, which is written into our business license, is the authorization to create a cryptocurrency which we will refer to as green, and which is dedicated as a central feature of Via Adelante's Green Freedom Project, which deals with generating a new global monetary system with a new global currency and a new capital market, which corresponds in great extent with the desire of the international community to find a different monetary system that would help them escape from the American dollar-dominated neoliberal system. And the innovation in creating a new currency and a new capital market that makes this project novel and enables it to, in my view, be adopted and succeed is that in creating the new capital market, we will use the funds created therein to fund the expansion of the supply chains that are used to build solar panel energy generating resources, green energy resources, solar panels, solar energy, wind energy, nuclear, next generation molten salt reactor energy. And the reason that this works is twofold. One, the world is motivated to deal with the climate crisis, what they consider to be a climate crisis. I'm not hysterical about the danger that other people see. I don't think that catastrophe comes at you from something that comes at you straight on and that you can see coming. When that happens, people deal with it. And that's what's being done here with Via Adelante's project, as well in the wider world, if you keep informed about the progress of photovoltaic infrastructure business, the business of manufacturing and deploying solar panels across the world. It's growing rapidly, and people are using that to replace in individual projects in various places to create the energy necessary for their, either when you put it on your house, you get energy for your house, personal project, and with the industrial applications in a variety of solar power projects around the world. Those are substantial and they are growing, but in comparison to the amount of energy that we need to replace hydrocarbon energy, they are merely a drop in the bucket. To actually address the climate crisis, we will need a much larger project, substantially orders of magnitude larger than what the current neoliberal system can fund. The limitations of the neoliberal system. That's my one of my dogs in the background. That's Gypsy, our watchdog. Something's happening outside. In order to remediate the global warming situation with solar panels, we need to substantially expand the production capacity. To do that, you need to expand the entire supply chain that underlies, that lies upstream to the actual panel factories. And the neoliberal system has a limitation on funding that makes that difficult to do. By creating a new monetary system, we can eliminate the limited funding by creating a capital market that has substantial funds to handle the scale of the project. And that's what Via Adelante is about in the area of solar energy resources. We're starting with the solar energy, and we're leaving the wind and nuclear until we get established with the solar effort. And so that's what we are about. Now, before I close down this short session so that we don't rattle on for hours and bore you, I want to mention the specific goals for today and for the immediate future that I'm looking for. I'm looking to hire. We have generated the cryptocurrency that is central to the project, the first version of it. Yep. We will need a software team to create the next level of that crypto blockchain network and that supports the currency, green. And we will need a management team to begin assembling the various layers of management to administer the project. And I also would like, I'm living in Mexico. I have attempted to contact the Mexican government leadership in order to present them with the project and ask and seek their support. But I have not been successful in doing so. So now I would like to put out a plea to all the folks in Mexico who will eventually, hopefully, see this presentation to assist me in getting in contact with either the economics minister on the way to the president, AMLO, but more specifically, the one single person I desire most to contact with and discuss this with, which is Tatiana Cloutier, who was the former economics minister under AMLO. and who wrote the book Juntos Hicimos Historia. And she is the woman behind the man. She is the woman who was the power and intellect and energy that brought AMLO to power. I have a huge respect for her, and I would very much like to talk with her about our project. So if you are out in Mexico and you have some knowledge of anyone or any way to make contact with Madame Cloutier, I'd like you to check in with Merari. What's our email address currently?
Yes, it's via.adelante@gmail.com.
Yes, that's via.adelante@gmail.com. Send us a little message saying you can help if you want to, or if you'd like to consider being part of the management team, or if you have some information about how you might help or be part of the software development team. I thank you very much. And I'm going to bring this version, this episode of Via Adelante's online video presentation podcast to a close here. Thank you for listening. And remember, via.adelante@gmail.com. Thank you. Have a great day.